Hello, hello, everyone. How we doing, Earpers? Hello, hello. Give me just a second, folks, as I get everything set up here. Too many things open. Too many things open. Hello, hello, hello. Liz.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I think everybody's going to say great today. What do you think?
I don't know why there's not been any cool things happening or anything today. It's
You're a bad liar.
I always have been.
It is great to see you.
It's great to see you too. It's really hard to do any work today.
It wasn't it, huh? The whole afternoon kind of fluttered away real fast.
Yeah, lots of texting.
Lots of texting, tweeting, messaging, you name it, in all directions.
Well, like Chris, I work from home alone, so I had no one to yell about. So it's just, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Did you see?
Yes, it was a lot here. Yeah, let's get Ann on here with us too.
Hey,
hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I didn't have my big thing on today.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we're just getting cranked up here, huh?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That?
How can people work on a day on a news day?
That's right.
I didn't.
Be careful about saying that out loud publicly there, Liz.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. The nerve of a midday drop. Us West Coasters barely had time to have a cup of coffee, and then the next thing you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, did I lose you? There we go. My phone is doing weird things where it wants to connect to my computer, and I don't know how to make it stop. So I'm rusty at this.
Yes, that I was going to say. It's been a while.
Yeah, you got your stuff all set up. You were ready to go.
Hey, man, it's just been in the corner, collecting little dust for a while. I had to break it back out. I know Doc Stash has given me a hard time in the text chat about the green background. Yes, I brought it back, folks, Got to go back to the original stuff here.
It's got to be there. It's a classic.
It's got to be. It's got to be. We got to get Jill in here, too.
Jill!
Hello! Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's like nighttime there.
I know. I'm at a friend's house, and the lighting in the guest bedroom is not the greatest.
It's very mysterious.
Old fan light.
Oh, that's okay. Well, you're making it work well for.
Yeah. So I've got a little mood lighting situation going on here.
So you guys have had this happen not once, but twice. But what, 3 times?
Probably.
How many seasons have there been?
I've lost count.
Yeah, who's keeping track? That's how I look at it. I just enjoy the roller coaster ride.
Yeah, does it get old after a while, or does it still feel?
Heart still skips a beat. Still get the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then just watch it all happen.
I still definitely didn't cry at all.
Good for you. I was telling Ann in tweets or chat or something earlier today, I was very happy. I didn't get emotional till I saw the cast video on the article. That's when I lost it.
I didn't watch the video yet. Because I was working and I was like, I can't do this right now. So I and I didn't have time to watch it before I caught you live. So
No,
I'm
it's
saving that little morsel for myself for later.
it was definitely heart beating. I feel like my Fitbit has a setting. It, like, hey, something going on in Wynonna Earp. Do you want to sit down for a while?
Goes to Earp mode.
I love it. I love it.
Just
Earp
like, hey,
mode.
Jill, just chill out a little bit. You're gonna be fine.
Yep.
Are you having a cardiac episode, or are you erping?
Are you erping? Right.
And you
I'm
just like
erping.
hit erping, and it's like, oh, dismiss.
Okay, dismiss. No big deal. We don't need to call an ambulance.
No, it's all good.
It's just Earp. It's good.
Just erp.
I got teary-eyed reading the article. I was like reading the article, and I'm just kind of like sitting in my car because I just ran errands for work, and I'm just sitting there like. I got teary-eyed reading the article. I was like reading the article. Well, here comes my cat. But yeah, I mean, and then watching the video just.
Yeah,
destroyed me.
the article was so nice. Just like
So
those
nice.
quotes from the cast, it was just like, Melanie, why'd you have to say that?
I hope they, I have no idea. I should have looked to see what temperature it is in Calgary these days. If they're filming soon, like, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be summer in Purgatory anymore. It's going to be good old winter in Purgatory again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's gonna be chilly.
I kind of assume that's the only weather they have. And Purgatory is just constant winter. And like one nice day of summer.
The day the wedding was on, that's the one nice warm
that's
day.
the one day.
The one day that it got above freezing.
Exactly. Everything melts overnight.
And then they're like, the flowers bloom and everything happens in one day.
Yeah,
and then
summer's magic.
That's all you get for summer. And now it's
all you
winter
get.
again.
Mm-hmm.
I think that works.
Yeah.
It was just a freak weather episode.
Mm-hmm. little purgatory bliss, right?
So
River Triangle magic.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, are we doing shots? Are we doing celebratory shots?
Oh, I think we should. I figured I'd give it a few minutes for the West Coast folks, since it's only shortly after 5. I wanted to at least let them
It's 5 o'clock.
sit down.
Finish their dinner, maybe. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
We're used to having to adapt for the East Coast at this point.
So how did you find out, Kevin? Like online today, when did you see what was going on? Or did you get a text or
Or did you know last week?
I didn't ask that.
I did.
And again, it is another of the thousands of examples of how awesome Earpers are. I got a bunch of DMs and messages like, oh, this is wonderful. This is so cool. I can't believe it. And I'm like, okay, I guess we better take a look at the detail of what's out. So, it was wonderful to see and wonderful to have so many folks just, and I think we talked about it a lot. I think all of us, it's so awesome for all of the newer Earpers who haven't been through one of these, oh my God events. Yeah, Sam and some others to get a chance to feel what it's like when all of this happens, renewals or we save the show and all that. So, that's just special onto itself.
I can't wait for the first trailer to drop, the teasers to drop.
We have a Doc Stash appearance.
Oh, just to turn it. Is this better? Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, I'm excited for the in-depth, one shot of someone's ear and then just breaking down who the guest person is. And, just the detective work. So excited for that to happen.
I'm waiting for, I'll just be honest, I'm waiting for the special uniform reveal. What's the uniform like? This is important.
I didn't think about a uniform.
Right?
A uniform for what?
For Doc's mustache specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Uniform.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about the mustache.
Right.
Yeah, what
There you
hat
go.
will the mustache wear?
Right. Exactly.
I don't care about a hat. I need that lock of hair hanging down. I
That would be a
messaged
wonderful
him and I
thing.
said, "Don't you cut that lock."
How about you folks? How did you all find out? Any of the folks here on video want to say first?
Yeah. I got a text from some Earper buddies that was like just literally a Twitter link and then just, oh my God. So I was like, this is either something really great or really bad, because the oh my God gave no information other than oh my God. And it was Emily's like, jump on at 2 for Vanity Fair. So that was, and then of course like the deep dive of what else I can find, what else everyone else has said, that kind of led it, and it is worth it. Good text.
Yeah, I got a text as well. It just said new Earp, and then a lot of freaking out.
Yeah, Earp NATO texted me, but I work at a crematory for animals, and I was busy like all morning, so I never saw it. And then I just randomly popped on and like went into panic mode. Like I don't know why I panicked, but I was just like, "Oh my God, I don't know what does this mean?" It's very dramatic.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I love that.
Oh,
I also did proceed to hide in the bathroom at work for a good like 4 minutes while I was processing all this information. And then no work got done after that for the next like 2 hours.
No work got done.
No. Nope.
No work.
Mhm.
No work was to be had. Yes.
Wait, who has the jacket?
Which one? I think there's a couple going around.
I don't know if somebody.
I know I can picture them in my head. The couple that has the jacket.
I can't remember. I don't remember the girl's name, but it's the one who bought the truck. Is she gonna bring it to Canada or something?
I did ask. Paz has the truck, and I did ask if she's getting it back to Canada, and it is a yes.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's privy information, but sorry, Paz. Nah, Emily even tweeted at her.
Emily tweeted at her, asked her if she could bring it or something like that. Yeah.
She said bring it. She's bringing it.
Can we borrow this real quick?
Sonia will not she'll have the truck. The truck will be there.
Yeah, I have alerts set, and I saw Emily's Instagram with the script, and I was like, okay, it's go time. It's on. And it was, I missed Twitter being like fun.
Crazy.
So
it was a good feeling. Just like that vibe.
My phone was glitching.
Well, like my notifications don't always even work anymore, but to see that they were actually showing that I had notifications today, because sometimes you have to click on it to see you have a notification, but today it was like, oh, I'm working by some miracle today. And it was just like I couldn't keep up with the timeline, and then I was like, okay, I gotta step away for a minute just to like do some other things and then catch back up. And it was so, I missed that so very much.
Me too.
Kevin even ignored my phone call.
I didn't ignore it. I didn't ignore it. I had to prioritize getting this.
Kevin took forever to get back to me too.
You can multitask. I will say.
I was already multitasking. Okay, I've got a limit.
He was too busy putting up his green curtain.
Did you needed a personal assistant today, Kevin?
Yes, I could have used one today. Like I say, I'm out of practice for this doing 17 things at once Earp thing.
I will say this: we need to like do some rounds of like practice live tweeting, because I just live tweeted Tim's movie last Friday, and it was so hard.
Like I didn't think about that.
Yeah, see, we get out of practice on some of this stuff. Certainly at the Earp pace. I'm not saying we can't do these things. I'm just saying Earp pace is a whole other level. Yeah, I know Jill, you had one early, and so did several people tweeting about what it must be like for the Tubi social media people who have no idea
right?
what's coming. I'm sure Emily mentioned something, but I'm not sure it was anywhere near the level.
Like, get ready. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we
Is
come.
it too early
Whoever
to
runs
start
their
tweeting for
media
the
is
second
doing
special?
great.
What's that?
Earp tweeting is an Olympic event. Earp tweeting is an Olympic sport, and we are Olympic tweeting athletes, but we're out of practice.
Yeah.
Well, Jill and Kayla and Lindsay, you guys are like the campaign masters. So
well played, Jen. Well played.
Get on that, Jill.
Good
job,
Jen.
Jen.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah, I hope they were true. I hope Josh had warned all of them that the moment this is announced, it's going to blow up, and that like their systems need to be top notch. Because I know I've already watched stuff on Tubi because they have really deep cut shows like Mrs.
have
Columbo,
great
the
stuff
spinoff
on
of
Tubi.
Columbo. And so I was like, well, guess I need to watch Tubi for the rest of today. Got to find all the random stuff, and I hope Josh from Sci-Fi was like, okay, guys, this is T Day, it's tweet day,
And they're
it's
pretty
going
quiet
down.
on Twitter, so we got to get them active.
They were very alive today.
They were pretty good today. They were
good.
putting
They
out
had some good
retweeting some
responses.
things, and they were though it took them like a couple hours. I think they were a little overwhelmed, but then
Yeah, definitely a little bit.
they got into it. They're good.
They need to go through scenarios. Just like, all right, you get this tweet. What do you say? Go, go, go. Then rehearse.
Yeah, they'll be good. And I do hope. I almost also wanted to tweet to their whoever's running their network and their servers, because I was like, you guys, when it goes live, everybody is going to watch it at the same time.
Mhm.
We're all going to coordinate and pause and wait so we can all be watching at the exact same time.
Mhm.
I was surprised we didn't crash Vanity Fair today.
That's true. Though
Mo Ryan warned them. Mo was like, all right, boost everything, guys. It's going to go crazy.
Get ready.
I love that Mo Ryan was like, did that. That was awesome that it was her.
Yes.
100%.
Yep. Absolutely. That was very
I love Mo.
Earp-centric.
He's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mo gets it.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Do you this thing from Lynn Maps about Olympic tweeting? We were using TweetDeck. Like, is TweetDeck still a thing? I don't
I
even know.
hope not. That's nightmare
let's
fuel.
see.
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked at
I think
it.
TweetDeck is still a thing. I think it's still out there.
Okay, we'll have to
hold
fire
on.
up the
It's my-
TweetDeck again.
My page is loading. TweetDeck is not. I don't think it's a thing anymore. I'm also realizing I'm
No?
not logged into Twitter on my laptop.
Oh, now we can't like high speed tweet.
I always
Darn
did it
it.
on my phone.
Somebody in the comments says you have to pay for it. Fuck that. We already pay for enough shit.
And we gotta get Tim to create a Twitter account, at least to live tweet with us.
That's true. He's going to need to create a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is one of the things I'm seeing a lot of comments on. And some folks, with all that's happened with Twitter, aka X, for the real youngins, it isn't the only spot. We still have folks who are going to want to interact and everything.
I saw X and tried to.
Yeah, that video of Tim talking in Doc's voice was just whoo.
That was an attack. I'm already vulnerable. Don't need to drop that on me too.
Yeah, that certainly was a catch your breath kind of thing for sure.
I want to know how when he started growing the I need the facial hair back out. It was before December.
Well, he's starting to film another movie in the spring where he's got to be real hairy and rugged. So I'm guessing,
Okay.
Real hairy and rugged.
Mm-hmm.
which I love. He was really hairy and rugged in that Calamity Jane movie that came out. I highly recommend watching it.
I still need to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch it.
Was that on Tubi also?
Well, it was made by Tubi, but Tubi didn't promote it at all. And when it was supposedly released, it didn't come on Tubi. It was only on Prime, Vudu, and Apple to rent or buy. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they were gonna do like a select theater release of it, so maybe they're waiting until that's done and then it'll be free on Tubi. I don't know.
Suzanne in the comments is saying it'll be on Tubi in June.
Oh,
Oh, that's so far away.
Well, I think you're talking about the Calamity Jane, I think.
Yeah, the Calamity Jane.
Let's make sure we don't get
Sorry.
troopers
That is also
running
the
around.
show.
thinking, yeah.
It's so far away right now.
Not,
no, I
not
look forward
vengeance.
to a date so we can start doing a countdown.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We will be good at that for sure.
Jill, do you think that the police blotter might need to make an appearance about this? Have something.
It's possible, you know. We had to lay off a lot of the staff because there wasn't a lot going on there in the police station. But it's possible I need to call the dispatcher up and make sure get a little blotter going.
I miss those. I loved those.
Some things have been going down in the old town tonight. Yes.
Nope. Yeah,
Just
it's
gotta
affect
get
a lot of different
creative,
things.
get all the creative juices flowing again.
Mm-hmm.
It's
We'll get-
just it's been when I was looking back, I can't believe it's been 3 years since we heard the news that it wasn't coming back. It's been less than that since the last episode, 2.5 years, but it just feels like in so many ways it's like, oh my god, it was just like yesterday, right?
Yeah, it does feel like just yesterday.
Surely no time has passed.
None.
Well, Earpers
Not
have
much has
really kept
changed.
things going too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it would be. And then when it's just, I mean, I know, sort of like when season 4 did finally air, it was like it just, and Dom said this in the video. It's like for them the characters are family. The characters are family for us. It's not just the Earpers, but the characters themselves are people. The actors we know as actors, but we also the characters have an affinity with, and it's just going to be so great to see them again after so long.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I really hope Emily's allowed to sell this copies of the script at future cons.
You really hope what?
The script, like Emily can sell the script at future cons.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know how
that'll
it works
definitely
with
be
movie scripts.
a collector's item
Yes, it will.
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Yeah, I send Doc messages here and there, but I just messaged him and tell him to tell Doc. Like, to me, they are two different entities. Like, this isn't for you. This is for Doc only.
Germany. What time is it in Germany?
Oh, it's gotta get late. Oh, it's gotta be the middle of the night in Germany, right?
Like
Maybe like
1:30
2 or
in the morning.
3,
2 or 3 in the morning.
probably. That's
There's a
guess.
hardcore Earper. Oh yeah.
Dedication right there.
Yeah.
Let me look at my.
6 hours ahead
224.
from the East Coast.
Too late. You're way past. That's way past my bedtime.
Dude, go to bed.
What? I see
I know what
Jen
Earp is
Green in
about.
the comments too,
Yep,
and
I see
it's
some
Yeah,
UK
Jen,
folks.
why are you
almost
so
1:30
late?
in the morning in the UK.
Yeah.
Netherlands?
Like romper room.
No.
I see, Jen. I see. That
Go
really
to
dates me.
sleep.
I know it's like homecoming here in the comments. It's great.
That's
Nope.
love it.
Yeah, this is what's wonderful is this energy.
Well, when Kevin
Nice.
posted the whiskey and donuts thing, I was like, oh my God. It was like my second big freak out.
Oh, with someone from Argentina.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, don't just say where you are. Say what time it is there. Also,
Look,
Argentina is probably about the same time as us, right?
Hola.
Hola,
They're 1 hour ahead of us.
Rocio.
or after dark.
I know. See, this was a regular thing, and when the show was airing, certainly on the Whiskey and Donuts, even after the eps, was folks from all around the world still staying up.
That was
just
the
to
nice.
chat.
That was the nice thing about Friday night airing.
Oh.
Was that I didn't have to go to bed. at the normal. I can stay up late.
Having
Just worry
somebody
about
You know,
work.
to
and
look
I
forward to.
feel bad because, you know, it's like, yay, we're getting it back. I don't care what day you air it, but can it be on a Friday night? Because
Saturday.
that'll give us the whole weekend.
Yeah. Can you have a specific release time? Unlike most
Yes,
streaming
and it
things.
has
Who
to
do we
be
gotta
reasonable
email?
because it can't be like East Coast time and then like that's 3 p.m. for the West Coast. We all have to take off of work.
Oh,
I'm
Dean.
sick.
Yeah, I'm curious how Tubi's gonna do it because normally they release things at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then it's just like streaming. So I'm curious if they'll do it at a time, you know, which I
Just
hope they
like
do
a
so that
Earp
we all live
agreement.
tweet together.
Mhm.
Just like an Earp agreement that nobody watches it until a certain time.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be taking a
that's
day
the-
off work.
I
gonna
will
work.
not
All
agree to
watch
that.
it at the same time.
I'll agree to it. I'm totally want to feel that whole energy with everybody.
I don't think I could stop myself. I would just be like huddled up in a corner watching in the dark, just like a little gremlin, you know, and
Yeah.
just act like I didn't watch it.
Mhm.
I'd probably tell myself I'm just going to watch the first 5 minutes just to say hello to them again, and then I'll wait for the rest, and I won't wait for the rest. I'll just,
No, that would
Nobody
never
would
work.
wait.
No,
just-
there you go. There you go.
Well, usually the first time I see it, like when we're live tweeting, by the end of it, I'm always like, I have no idea what happened because I get so distracted by Doc, and I'm just like focused on what he looks like, and then I totally missed the whole episode.
I missed the whole episode because I'm tweeting.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to do both again.
I have to go back and watch it the next day and find out, well, okay,
can't
what
live,
really
I really
happened?
can't live tweet.
And it's when it, you know, it's also fun too when you could see the volume of tweets
Who is quacking,
change
by the
as
way?
the commercial breaks. Everybody's trying to catch up for those 3.5 minutes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden we're back to the show. And, you know, that up and down nature was always crazy to watch happen.
It's always over so fast.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Now we've got several more folks who want to jump on video. We've only got room for 6 slots. So,
Oh, you can kick me off.
well, no, I don't want to kick anyone off. We've got some more folks to bring in. if anyone's got any other
I'll head out
thoughts to
so everyone
share.
can.
You can,
Enjoy.
yeah, I'll head out too. I just got home from work, so I'm happy to kind of go
Yeah,
make it.
and folks you can come back on a little later too. You know, this is
My
certainly.
cat keeps trying to step on the keyboard, so I keep having to push him away. So. But so good to talk to you guys. Yeah, it's back.
Fantastic
Hi.
to see faces and hear voices and see the chat. Yes, it is. It's fantastic. So
Right.
we'll be here for a little while having fun, and we'll do these on a more regular basis too. So
Good.
no doubt.
Yeah. All right.
No
I'm
doubt.
out.
Okay, I'm going out.
All right, great to see you, Doc Stash. Great to see you folks all. Here, let's get some other faces on.
We
I
got
think a few folks are going to
Danny,
recognize.
Paige, Rach.
Look at this, more regulars that we see here, folks.
Rach, I got an
Rach,
empty
you
shot
did it.
glass.
Hello.
Yeah, get that shot, girl.
Do you want me to
This
go
is a
get
lonely
mine?
shot glass. Very lonely.
I request vodka and just,
Fine.
you know, just
It's fine,
It is
Mom.
a Thursday night.
Just a shot of that.
Rach, you told me you were going to come prepared, and now you have to go find the alcohol?
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Well, I told
I
you
even
earlier she
found
didn't want to take
whiskey.
a shot tonight.
But I have no donuts.
Which she did.
Oh, I had my donuts. My mom, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna run and get you donuts."
Today she doesn't want to take a shot.
Annie, your mom got you donuts because of the show being
Yeah.
reannounced?
Yeah, she's like, "I
Oh
got
my
you donuts in
gosh.
celebration." She was the first person I told because it was 7 a.m. my time when I saw the tweet about, you know, Vanity Fair in 2 hours, and I was like, I ran into my mom's room. She goes, I said, "It's coming back," and she goes, "Oh, that's wonderful. I'll go get you donuts." So
Oh,
That's so sweet.
I had my donuts.
I ran
Yeah,
home and I said, "Yay, congratulations." Yourself. I ran home and I yelled as I walked through the house, "I'm ordering pizza. I'm not answering the door. Be ready for it when it gets here." I'm doing a thing. And then I hid in the garage. And they're like, "All right."
Your kids probably didn't question a damn thing.
No. And then I just heard the doorbell and I texted them and I said, "Get up and go get the pizza."
Okay, so I can't put it on because I have headphones on, but
There we go. The hat.
Hat.
Yes.
The hat.
Fantastic, Paige. Fantastic.
I know. I'm like, where do we mail all our stuff back to? So they need it. I'm ready.
I don't have anything they need. That's a good thing.
And I got my
So,
chocolate.
What you got there, Rach? What you got?
It's gonna be vodka, of course.
Of course it's gonna be vodka. Okay.
There we go. Eva staying on theme. I like that.
Anyone else doing shots in the comments?
I got my water.
I
And
got
it's
some whiskey.
Tito's. I'll just make that. It has to be Tito's for me.
Of course. Sponsored, non-spawn.
Yeah.
Now, some of you
sponsored.
know where this comes from. This is from the
I was wondering
Sci-Fi.
if that's what that was.
This came in 2018. Sci-Fi did a very nice press kit, a wood box to celebrate the new season. They only did like 100 of them. It was a press kit thing.
Yeah,
But-
I remember I have one, but I've never opened it.
There you
I'm
go.
like,
Well,
have you drank
Go
those,
get it, Andy.
Go
I'm
get
at
it.
work. I can't drink at work. So
but
I'm on my
this
lunch
was the
hour.
one.
It's fair.
This
Yep.
This was the one that I saved once we had the fight for Wynonna and said I was not going to open it until we won that fight. And when that was announced that night, that's when this baby was opened, and it hasn't been opened since. So this one is saved for very special Earp occasions.
Okay, so are you drinking it all tonight, or are you drinking some and then some when the premiere?
I'm not
is?
much of a whiskey drinker, so it probably would not be good if I drank it all tonight while I was on live video. That's all I'm going to say.
Me either. And I also feel like I poured too much in my shot glass and had made a big mistake.
No, and
Well-
not me
It's
pouring
early
mine.
for you,
I'm
Ann.
pouring it back in the bottle.
Yeah,
You
for the
just did
sake,
'cause you
for the
poured
sake
too
of
much?
the fact, we might do multiple toasts during this event tonight as people come in and out. So for all of you
I
that are
can't
here
pour
now
mine back
with us
in.
and with us, to all of you Earpers, you are amazing. All of you, each and every one of you. Thank you for being your awesome selves.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Cheers.
Mm.
I had a big whiskey drink.
Whoa.
Take it like
Oh
a
dear
tip.
Lord!
Love it. It's just like old times.
It
Me
just
last weekend.
burns all the
Yes.
way down.
Oh, man.
So good, so smooth.
Woo.
So and anyone else here willing to admit, as I did a little earlier, they got emotional at some point today?
Oh, I cried in the bathroom at work.
You know I'm always crying, Kevin. So
No, that was me waking up. So I got really excited. And then I'm like,
Oh,
because
you're
I had
lucky
another
you were
hour
at
or two
home?
before I had to be woken up. And I was like, oh, I'm not going back to sleep now. And then I figured out the time change and everything. And I was like, yes, I don't have to be at work until afterwards. So I jumped on the Zoom call earlier. It was fun. But yeah, now I have to get through the rest of my day and my week somehow and be able to concentrate at work. So we'll see.
I teared up when Tubi tweeted we were listening,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I was like, I cannot believe I just got emotional over a network saying we were listening. But it's like there were so many times when it felt like
No
we
one
were
was
just
listening.
yelling to the void, right? And we didn't hear anything back, and we just had to keep the faith. And then to find out that somebody was listening, and you know, I don't know a lot about Tubi. I think I've watched a few shows on Tubi.
I've never watched anything.
So maybe I'm not right in saying this, but I kind of feel like it's kind of like an underdog network that just took on the underdog. It just kind of seems fitting, and maybe that's not the case. Just because I haven't really heard much about them doesn't mean they're an underdog. But it was just, I don't know. It seemed like it was meant to be, and to have them like they were watching and they were listening, and then they said that, and I was just like, oh my god, they said they were listening.
They care about us.
Get a grip, Anne. Get a grip.
Oh.
And then in the Vanity Fair article, at the end, when it says nearly 3 years after the show ended on another TV homestead in what already feels like a bygone era, the show's fans will be rewarded for holding out hope, Scrofano added. Sometimes in life, you hold out hope for things and your hopes get dashed. And this is just reaffirming that sometimes you just have to keep the hope alive. And I was like, that one got me.
Ann.
Sorry, Kevin. Sorry.
Man.
I
Have another shot. It'll be
I
fine.
kept telling myself throughout the whole thing that all it takes is one American network. Whatever network it is, so it's only going to take one. And now, here we are, 3 years later.
Mm-hmm. No, and as some folks have mentioned too, I mean, it took all of us, but also we got to give major props to Jill and Lindsay and Kayla, you know, early on setting up that campaign with all the different networks, including Tubi. So, you know, this does go back, foundational stuff, and Earpers staying involved and things, you know, goes back to 2016 when we got this started, when we were the little show that could, and at different points, it's, you know, doesn't matter when you got here. Doesn't matter if this is the first live Whiskey and Donuts or the first big Earp news. It's just the same as if you were there in 2016, man. This is just so special as it is in the moment.
Well, and there, like Jill had said, like there are times when we're like, what? It's been 3 years. And, you know, sometimes it's, sorry, Liz. Sorry, not sorry. It's in the article. It's not even my words. Blame Melanie. You know how she can be. But it seems to like just when people were getting like it seems like someone was always fighting, right? Like when somebody wasn't, like maybe a group of people got tired on Twitter, there was always somebody else to pick up the slack. Like there's always been something happening, however big or small it was. There's always been something. And obviously, like today, we're all like, "Oh my God, I missed this so much," because it was a lot. You know, Emily was like, "Let's get Tubi trending." Which, like, did you even need to ask? No, because we were for sure gonna show our love to Tubi either way. But it's like there was always something happening, and like anytime the cast had a new show, immediately it was like we'd do their show and then also Earping. But yeah, it just seems like everybody really kind of took shifts and could tell when one group of people was tired and just would pull up the reins. So
yeah, I agree, and I mean, I've been here since the beginning, and I'm so excited to see all the new Earpers that are going to come in, but I had kind of almost made my peace with it, going, okay, there's never going to be more Wynonna. It's been a few years, but like you said, someone was always there, and I could see it every day, and that makes me so much gratitude to everybody.
So I have a question for the ones that have been here from the beginning, because the three of us are new here.
Mm-hmm.
So does it still feel like different now that like you're saying like all these like Earpers come together, like that the show came back, or does it still feel like it did in 2016? It's like new all over again, or does it still feel like the same?
I think it feels the same. I think it feels like old home week. It's just more. Everybody's joining in, and there's more new Earpers, and it's just, to me, it feels like, the beginning. It's very, very exciting. It's like that feeling of family never went away.
Yeah, at the core, it's the exact same. It's this energy right now that we all feel. You know, folks here on the video, the folks who are in the chat, folks who are on social media. That core of what makes it special is the same. We've had the fandom's been smaller at times. I mean, I can remember early on, and Annie, I'm sure you do too, and some other folks who are in the chat, you know, in 2016, when we had like almost no media coverage, maybe there'd be a fan site who'd cover the show. And when any kind of a national site started to cover it, it was like, oh my God, they see us. They see us.
Yeah.
You know, so there was that. And then the show got much bigger. And then we had the fight. And, you know, some folks, you know, kind of dropped off, and a whole bunch of new folks came in with the pandemic. So there's been an evolution, but it's like anything in life. We're still at our core. What makes us special? It's this family right here. It's what's happening. So in that sense, it has not changed at all, Paige, to me. Some of the faces, some of the names, maybe, but certainly not the excitement, just the pure joy. I mean, pure, unadulterated joy. It's, you know, not something you get to come across a lot.
It's also interesting too, because it's not like getting another season back, because it's a movie or a feature, whatever you want to call it. It's 90-minute. So even if it were stale, this is like, it's Earp's story, but it's like a new format. It's something totally different. And I'm really excited that there's going to have to be that element of catch up in the movie, like Emily had mentioned in the Vanity Fair article, because there's going to be newbies. There's going to be people who don't know anything about Earp. And there's, you know, it's not like, oh, we'll just go back to the last. If you're just catching, you know, you're coming in at season 4 on Netflix or wherever, you could just go back and be like, oh, I'll just watch episode 1 and catch myself up. When it's the movie, there has to be a little bit of that backstory world building. So I'm really interested and excited for that, because that'll be different. You know, it's like, it'll feel new, I think. You know, not only are we excited to have our old friends back, but I think there'll be that newness to it.
I did chuckle. I think it was one of the news sites that like posted the Vanity Fair article. It's like, Wynonna Earp's coming back, and then somebody said in the comments, like, I don't even know what this is. And then the replies to that tweet was just a bunch of Earpers being like, well, one you can Google, too, Netflix, and it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this. It's like, we will tell you what it is if you really want to know.
Do you have a minute? How long do you have? We'll tell you what it is.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to explain, but we will tell you what it is.
I know about 500 people who can tell you what it is. How many minutes you got?
I just kept telling, like, I was so happy at work today, and I told my coworkers, like, my favorite show is coming back. They're like, what is? I'm like, Wynonna Earp. They're like, what? Like,
I know. I told my boss, and she goes, because I had the Earper film come out and film me in Hawaii, and she participated. She was so generous, and she was like, I don't know why you needed time off for a convention when you first came on to this job, but I was glad to give it to you and see you so enthusiastic about something. So, but I just can't wait for the conventions this year. And to see everybody in Calgary is going to be insane. I can't make it to both, but yeah, it'll be good fun. So,
Heidi, I thought the same thing about the CSAs and PCAs. I don't know. Yeah, they'll be like, well, we'll just reinforce our website again.
They're like, well, you guys already won. They're like, well, you guys already won a few awards, but you're back, so we'll re-enhance our website.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see a lot of those things circle back.
Eva says, I told my ukulele jam group and we played Tell That Devil. First of all, I love that you can use the phrase, I told my ukulele jam group.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That is, I love it, Eva. Also, we want to hear the cover. We want to hear, just throw it up on Spotify, Soundtrap, whatever. We want to hear your group play that.
Wait, Anne, what was Casey's reaction? How's Casey doing with all of this?
Casey and I are going to record later, but I got a voice. Now that I have an iPhone, she is thrilled that it's been a minute.
No,
okay,
I can't tell you how happy I was when I was able to text Anne in blue. I was so happy.
You were like, whoa, wait a minute. Did you get an iPhone? Before you replied to what I asked you, it was like, wait a minute, did you get an iPhone? was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Answer what I just asked you.
My birthday, and I didn't even realize it went blue.
But no, I got a voice note with some screaming. So, and then I said, "We recording later," and she was like, "Yeah, we're recording later." So,
Yay.
yeah. I don't know what we're going to talk about. There's really not much to talk about.
Same with us.
I'm sure you'll think of something. Same way. We all will. That's going to be part of the fun.
Jen, I had to go iPhone. There was too much peer pressure. I couldn't handle it anymore, especially with the conventions. There's so many fun things you can do with your friends with iPhone that I couldn't do with Android. So I'm sorry.
Now, I wouldn't say that we pressured you now. We're not that type of a family now.
Oh, there was hardcore pressuring. It's
Yeah,
like they all work
most
for
of us have
Apple.
iPhones, so it was bound to happen sooner or later.
The sharing of the photos is really what did it for me, because it's way easier to share a photo at a convention than it was with
AirDrop.
Android.
AirDrop is so
Just bump
nice.
it, whatever. So many things.
Bump it, yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
All right. Well, I have this set of 6 folks here. I'm going to put up a question since we haven't touched on this yet.
Oh.
This is a quiz.
Oh,
Heidi.
oh,
Heidi, this is far too soon, but we definitely have thought about it.
Oh.
And
I think that there's going to be log rolling. It'll be
In the winter.
You're right. There'll be ice skating. I don't know. I've never been right in all my crazy
I
speculations.
haven't had time to think about this.
I think we're gonna have. Well, we'll see. Way Hot, Married, Way Hot.
Will we see Way Hot with kids?
I
That's
think
what
so.
I wonder.
I'm putting it on my bingo card. Should I make bingo cards?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes. Can you make bingo cards?
Okay, we'll make bingo cards. Yeah, I think there's gonna be. I think there'll maybe be. How many years do you think has gone by?
I'm gonna say at least
3.
5. I'm gonna say at least
You
5.
think 5? You just think
I
like
think
3
3.
because it's been the show has been 3?
Yeah, just go with real life time.
I don't know. But like if it's a lot of time, like are they going to be like
Alice
aged?
could
Like,
come.
I don't really want kids in the show, quite honestly. A Windock sex scene.
Yeah.
Do you like
Honestly, what
holiday?
a Wynonna wedding would be fun too.
Okay, do you think Jeremy is going to have what's his face or the other
Damon?
what's his face? No face or the new what's his face? Damon
Damon.
or
Robin?
Robin?
Robin
I think
2.0.
Robin is definitely out of the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Vamp Sadie's.
he couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with dating Bonnie's nephew, so he just had to, cut him loose.
But now we only have 90 minutes, so we might not have a lot of time for
Nope.
extraneous couples to be on the scenes.
I'm still owed a Way Hot barn sex scene because they cut that out in 412. I am still owed that.
You're owed. Did Emily give you an IOU?
yeah, you get an IOU on that one,
Did,
Paige?
yeah. Did you get a pinky promise from Emily? What do you
I
know,
feel like
Paige?
I feel like we're all owed that because they just cut that out. We knew we all wanted to see that.
Paige just wants 90 minutes of Way Hot making out.
We're gonna.
I mean, if you were to ask like the put it in like a spreadsheet or something, I'm sure everyone would agree to that.
Yeah, vengeance. Whose vengeance?
Like, what does this mean?
Well,
A
I'm
lot of
hoping we
people have
don't
been
like
wronged.
lose a
Will
beloved
Eve not be
character
here?
early on, and they have to fight for that. They have to take revenge because we lose somebody. I'm just paranoid, So
Well,
Also
it's going to be a 90 minutes roller coaster. Annie.
Oh yeah.
Where is
there's gonna
Peacemaker in
be
the
some
world
great.
too?
There's right. Do we even need like the curse is broken?
Yeah.
So
I mean, Waverly does have Dark Angel power. I mean, wait,
Yeah.
What does
Nicole's Angel
Nicole
Shield
have?
powers now. So
will we
maybe you
see
don't.
that? Will it be like?
Maybe you don't need Peacemaker anymore. So now that she has Angel Shield powers.
Will it be like Nicole do the dishes, and then she doesn't do the dishes, and then Dark Angel comes out and is like,
Also, what powers does Nicole have? Seeing the shield. And can't leave purgatory.
Mm-hmm. What happens if she does? Is it just a little zap like a dog with an electric fence? Or is it more
Or does she bounce off the barrier? Like
yeah,
a ball
does she
on the
ricochet off
on a wall?
something? We don't know. But we only have 90 minutes to find out.
Well, I'll take that 90 minutes. I'll take anything, you know, even if it's not another season. I'm just like, what? It's real? It's happening?
Right.
Because, yeah. Anyway, I do have to go, but thank you.
Yes, I will pop
for
off.
having me
Bye,
on,
Annie.
Kevin.
To bring in more people.
Bye.
Kevin, thank you for this.
Thank you. Annie, great to see
Thank you,
you.
Kevin.
Great
All
to see
right.
you as well.
Great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Emily did write this episode. So is it going to be a cliffhanger? Is it like
I wouldn't put it past her. But
we could be totally severely damaged at the end of 90 minutes?
Thanks, Sam.
I will see you all later.
We will
Thank
be.
you.
I feel like we are going to be severely damaged.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jen!
I had to add them as a pair.
Oh my god!
Multiple gens.
Gens for the price
Guess
of
what more could you
one.
want?
Are you in the cinema?
I am not in the cinema. I am in the family room.
The family room?
Anna's been in my house, so that is why she's
I've
asking.
been in Jen's house.
And you have a cinema?
I do.
Very cool.
Well,
So
no,
wait,
Jen, how did you?
I don't
We're
know
all
how
coming. We're all
gonna-
coming
how
to
we're
the
gonna
UK
view it,
when
but
this
we're
when
gonna
this
have a
movie
go.
comes out, man. Do you have enough room for all of us? Because we're all coming to UK when this movie
Sure,
comes
everybody fly over. It's all good.
Gen G, what time was it when you found out?
It was about 5:20 in the afternoon. I had just driven 3 hours through the snow from work. I hadn't been on social media all day. I rocked up. Priya was cooking dinner. Checked my phone. All hell broke loose. Fran
It's
started
right.
it, and then it all went horribly wrong after that. And I haven't been drinking, but no, I have.
Me too, Jen. Me too.
The problem
Me
is it's 2 a.m. here.
That's fair. Okay.
Mhm.
It's never been a problem
Got
for
to
you
keep that in
before.
mind.
It's never been a problem before. No, you are correct. And this is
No.
now I realise how much I have missed After Dark Earping and seeing everybody and being involved. And I was like, I just obviously need to practice before we do this again.
Well, when we were in the UK, actually 5 of the 6 here were there. I said to you, Jen, I was like, I don't know how you've Earped with us all this time with this huge time difference, because it's really hard. Like when your
It
friends
is really
are
difficult, and I think
8
that
hours
any of the
difference.
European Earpers and anybody with a gigantic time difference, I mean, even across the US, you have a massive time difference. You were just talking about whether it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's not quite the same as watching a Friday night episode if it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But yeah, it's it's been fun.
But I was constantly like
I wouldn't
texting
change
people.
a note.
I'd be texting people, and then it was like everyone's yelling at me, Anne, it's like midnight there or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, or they haven't even woken up yet, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess. So kudos to you, because you show up a lot.
The only good thing about me having insomnia is all my friends live on the East Coast. So when it's 3:30 in the morning here and it's 6 a.m. there, they're getting ready for work and they're awake and I can text them and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, it's me
Finding
having
a way to make it work.
Yeah. Coast. Otherwise, it would suck. I couldn't text Anne. She wouldn't be up at 3:30.
No, not 3:30. I'm pretty late, but no, that's too early for me. But Jen and I, the other Jen, 2 N's, Jen,
me,
we're like 15 minutes away from each other.
We're real neighbors.
Yeah. And we only found out, obviously, through Earp. And I think we've only gotten together while we're Earping. We keep saying, like, we should just actually have lunch together. But we mostly just see each other when we go Earping.
We still can't have lunch together.
We keep saying, what, are you busy this weekend? No, I can't make it this weekend. Can you do this weekend?
Which Paige and I are only like 3-5 minutes from each other.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But we also don't.
You're farther away from me now because you work in Pittsburgh. But at a certain point in time, you're only 30 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
Oh, Jen, someone's saying that they need more fanfic audio from you, Jen.
I agree.
Oh, Jen. I'm just scrolling through the comments to see what I missed.
That's one of the exciting things about New Earth is new fanfic.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some fanfic
New
rejuvenation.
Fanfic, new art, new memes.
I know Stacey, and we're all excited for it to come out, but she needs to get back on
Stacey's book
at this point since the book is done and ready to be published.
Right. Just feed us fanfic.
Yeah.
Like,
somebody contact
stop
Stacey.
trying to earn a living and give us some free fanfic.
And we have Jen on standby to do the recording when she's ready.
Whenever you want. Yeah. If you need a British accent, I'm there.
We got a plan. There we go.
Are you drinking there, Gen G?
Oh, some bourbon. No Pims today, I'm afraid.
It's too cold for Pims. Listen, we've had rain for like 4 days. Like,
speaking of
crazy,
I don't know why it was supposed to be done.
Is it raining right now?
Yeah, it's pouring.
No, it's not.
At my house, it is.
I can't hear if it is, but I don't think it is right now. Not at my house.
It's really supposed to be done. We were supposed to be past this, and it's raining.
We're supposed to be done for like 6 days. Anyway, it's been raining for like 4 days. I was starting to build an ark, and then I
property now with the lake in my backyard.
Yeah, we have beachfront. And I'm not saying the announcement of Earp coming back miraculously made the skies turn blue and sunny, but I'm not saying they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rain stopped. At least at my house it did.
Must be nice.
Here it's
an
some
Earping miracle.
hail. So, very different situation.
You got hail?
Yes. Like a giant hailstorm.
Us
that
so
asted
aren't used to
like
any
10
sort of
minutes, and then it was over.
I had to run through the hail to get to the Dunkin' Donuts, so I would have a donut for this.
Hell yeah, you did.
I did.
Look at that. Commitment. How are you folks doing?
Good.
Doing
Very
great
happy.
today.
Yeah.
Can tell. Good to see. Totally good to see. So for the newer folks that have come on in the last couple of minutes, thoughts about plot or things to see?
I mean, my real burning question is how many kisses can they fit in for Way Hot in 90 minutes?
90 minutes.
These are the
Firing
important
minds like
questions.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wondering, how Dark Angel Waverly works. Can she summon it? Are there certain things that trigger it? Is she gone for good and it's just regular Waverly now? How does that work? What's the mythos, I guess? I hope we get to
Also,
find some
just
of that out.
let's say Way Hot does have a baby. What
Right.
properties does Baby Hot take on?
Yep.
Like, it could be like in The Incredibles, where that one baby, like, they just
Very important
Jack.
question.
Like, we don't know. Yeah, how many fucks do you get in 90 minutes?
How
Are
many
there
fucks do you
even
get in 90
rules?
minutes and how many do you get on Tubi?
I'm gonna have to tweet Tubi and ask them how many
Yeah,
fucks
get
are
Dark Wave
allowed.
to
It's a
quit
very
smoking.
serious question.
This is for
I
science.
also think that you talked about this slightly earlier about the cliffhanger, and I totally think that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Could
Could
be.
be. Yeah.
What did you tweet earlier? I'm sure I missed
They were talking about a cliffhanger ending. I totally think that's a thing, rather than the lovely ending that you could have. I feel like a cliffhanger would be more appropriate.
Certainly would leave us open for options.
Exactly that.
Also, how does the movie start? Like, is it like post 412 and we start at the mailbox and like zoom out, or do we start somewhere else?
I feel like she's going different. I feel like it's but different. I don't know.
I mean, there's going
Speculation's
to be
all great.
a time difference from like when it ended. She already said that, like it's going to be in the future, and obviously with having all of the set pieces having been sold.
I was going to say nothing can look the same other than the location.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have the homestead, but like there's other things that may change because it's been years, and obviously all the Earpers now own half the props and set
I
pieces.
imagine they'll recreate the mailbox.
Yeah, no, I mean
because that's so like powerful that
They don't have stories anymore. They put them in a new bar.
I'm just saying, like, there's certain things that I think can just be updated since it's been 5 years, and like, you know, a mailbox can go bad in 5 years, whatever. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's things that they
Do
can
you think
may not look identical, but
do you think Way Hot got like way into home renos at the homestead?
I could see that.
Yes, Becky, that would automatically make me cry. You can't start crying.
Yeah, there's a serious amount of toolage going on over there. Yeah.
I'm hoping we get that tool belt on Hot.
Yeah.
Extreme Makeover
Yeah.
Homo Edition.
Yes. Get that freaking treehouse built, Nicole. First one is come true now, please.
Is Atlas going to be in it?
Okay, so speaking to that, because I was in Columbus at CalixCon, and I think you guys were there, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Were you there on the Saturday for the panel?
Yep.
Okay, so I mean, Emily did say that like somebody had asked, I think, about whether Alice would come home, and Emily made a point to say that like she thought that Wynonna had made that decision, and wanted to respect that Wynonna made that decision, and that like not everybody's cut out to be a mother, and like we have to respect that choice. And that wasn't necessarily something that like was going to change just because we're getting it back or whatever. I don't know exactly the wordage she used, but something along those lines of like respecting the choice of not being a mother, and like that's a powerful decision, and you know it's a hard decision, but it was a right decision for Wynonna. And so I don't think we're going to see Alice. I really don't. Or
I agree with that.
Like a visit.
I agree, Jen.
I don't think Alice is going to be parented by Doc and Wynonna.
Yeah.
I think there will be like references to her existence.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she'll be in it, because they've also talked about like even with Way Hot having kids, they've also talked about like logistically that they don't like having kids on set. you know. So I don't know that we can necessarily expect Way Hot kids either. I mean, I think it would be cool if they did that. And I'd be happy with whatever she comes up with. But yeah, I don't think we'll see Alice.
And we're assuming Eve is going to be in it.
And that was a major cliffhanger.
I think that would be a nice way to like answer some questions from season 4 for sure.
Yeah.
It will be, but
It would, but again, it's Emily. I mean, how
Right.
often does
Who
she like
knows?
to pull a rug
I
out
don't think
from
we
under
can
us? You know?
assume anything is really the
I
moral
know
of
we
the
can
story.
totally assume, but we'll be wrong.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like the bingo card needs to be giant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple layers, 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can assume Way Hot will kiss at some point, and past that, I don't.
Yeah,
think
put that in the center square because that one's an
Yeah,
automatic
right.
freebie.
That's a
Yeah, yeah.
freebie.
That's the middle space.
And there'll
on the
be
bingo
there'll
card.
be a sisters moment as well, definitely.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
Baby girls in
Well,
there.
there'll be baby
Of course.
girl in there. Yeah, there'll
Yep.
be those nods. But yeah, like, look at how wrong we were for season 4. Just we had no flipping clue what was happening.
I'm so excited for like the guessing and the anticipation because I've never experienced that before. Being a newer Earper, like I wasn't around to interrogate the season 4 trailers, so I'm so excited to be able to do that this time.
Yeah, I'm always beyond impressed with like the detective work that some of the Earpers can do with like just a picture of something. You're like, how did you figure that out? And then it comes to fruition that like that was what it, like the C above the door in the garden. Do you remember that, the Clanton C above the how I noticed that, and everybody's like, do you notice this mark? I was like, I was not looking at that, but okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
was on Facebook earlier today, and you know how you get those like Facebook memories that like always show up. Well, mine for today was the 4B trailer, and I just remember when that came out, like how we all lost our shit. We were like dissecting every single clip.
I mean, and all the
If
stuff that
Eve
went
does
on
show up,
after the
what
season
is her
3 finale
face?
about the
I think
garden, you know,
that's
not
kind of
even close.
she could be anybody.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Speculate, people. Speculate.
Bobo. I want Bobo back so bad. Oh,
What side characters do you guys think we'll see? Because all that's confirmed is the main 4 at this point. So, like, who are you guys hoping to see?
Okay, so I have bad memory. Was Bobo dead when we left?
Yeah, but he's died before.
I mean,
well, I know
I mean,
anyone.
it's Emily. I mean,
has.
you can just write
well, he's in
something.
So,
Right, but technically he was dead, right?
yeah. Well, he was Revenant, so yes, he was in hell.
Yeah.
Resurrected.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like we'll see him again. I want to see him again.
I feel like there's so many options of people you could bring back as Eve. Like Lucado could come. I mean, there's so many. Like, there's so many people that are dead. You know, Willa could come back again. Like, I mean, that could be a whole.
That's just it.
Canadian actor or actress we haven't seen.
That's why speculating is so hilarious because it's sci-fi. Like there's
Silk Witch. I don't care. I don't care what her role.
Anything.
Give me the Silk
Yes,
Witch.
Katie, we gotta have Nedley.
Oh, for sure. Nedley has to be back. Even if it's just for a few seconds. He'll come in with like a bunch of fishing gear. And, like some disaster. We'll
How'd the fishing trip go? Yeah.
We gotta know.
Like
will he have found love? Will he and Bunny have hooked up?
Yeah.
Is that still going strong? We're gonna know. We're gonna need more than 90 minutes.
I just want Chrissy Nedley to come back. That's all I want. I don't care who else. I don't care who else. I just want Chrissy Nedley to come back.
I would also pay money.
There are so many questions. I just wonder how many will be answered and how much new information we get instead. It's the anticipation. The anticipation is the thing, isn't it? Like it's all we know that whatever we're going to get is going to be amazing, but the anticipation is almost more exciting because there's so many like guesses and theories, and then there'll be like little drip feeds of things. So you'll be like, what does this mean? And what does that mean? And
well, and Emily's had 3 years in her mind to churn all these things around.
How many
and,
times has she
loves.
rewritten it?
Mm-hmm. She could be rewriting it right now. We don't even know.
Right now.
Yeah.
She's like, no, they will not have that.
She's like, well, that was way too happy.
She could be listening. She
More
could be listening.
cliffhangers.
She
More
could be
tears,
listening.
more
She could be
tears.
listening to this right now and just like taking like our notes down. And be like, okay, I gotta put this in there. I gotta put this in there.
Do we know what other writers have been involved, or is it just Emily on? It can't be Emily on her own, surely.
Well, she's got her name on the script, but I mean, yeah, I suspect there's been a collaboration there. How much we'll probably learn a little more about as time goes. But
And
yeah,
will we have a 90-minute soundtrack curated by Andrea
That's what
Higgins?
I was thinking about today.
Like,
it's like I
that's
hope
a
they
lot
got
of
Andrea
music to
Higgins.
fit in. That could be amazing.
New hair, new costumes, new props, new everything. It's so exciting.
New music. Paulo Barsman is involved, so we've got that continuity.
Hallelujah for Paulo.
And I see what you did there.
That's the choice you could have had for a director. Go, Emily. And Josh from Tubi.
It's a lot of
Formerly a
excitement.
sci-fi, now Tubi, yes.
Yes.
Paige, if it's okay, I'm going to let you go for a few minutes to get someone else on, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
So folks are
Bye,
welcome to
Paige. It
come
was
back.
nice seeing you.
Good to see
Bye,
you again,
guys.
Paige. Thank you, thank you.
I like seeing who's going to pop up.
Hello.
Hunty, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I tried to join on my computer, but for some reason my camera was not working. So
Oh yeah, I thought
I'm
I saw
holding
you
my phone.
there. Then you disappeared. Then you came back, and I'm like, oh no, she's disappearing.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I was there in the beginning with Wynonna Earp, 2016. Unfortunately, because I was in the military at the time, I was sent to Japan, so I kind of fell out of the loop a little bit because you had to talk about time differences earlier. It's like a 13 to 16 hour time difference between here and there, depending on which part of the United States you're in.
Wow.
But I'm really excited. It's back. It was crazy because this morning I'm on the West Coast. I found out early this morning. I think one of my friends had posted something on Facebook, and I was like, "What?" And I just immediately went to Twitter, and I was like, "Is this real?" And I was like, "Wait, are they doing a show? Are they doing the movie?" And I've been kind of out of the loop with what everybody has been asking of Tubi. Well, I'm familiar with Tubi because I watch some of their original content on there. So I'm like, oh my God, Tubi's doing this? But it kind of makes sense because Tubi, they do have a lot of content on their streaming platform from independent TV shows and movies. But I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited. I'm pumped up. It's crazy. I can't believe you did it again because I remember during the second season and the third season, just on pins and needles, just waiting to see if there's going to be any more Wynonna Earp. So I'm excited.
Welcome back to the fandom. If you've
Thank
been
you.
Always.
Yeah. It's like last year was a pretty tumultuous year. I'm not going to get into it, and I've slowly let the show back into my life because I kind of distanced myself from the fandom, personal reasons, nothing against anybody there, but just long story short, I was diagnosed with bipolar last year. So watching the show and after going through something like that, it kind of reminds you why I fell in love with it to begin with, because especially like I relate more to Wynonna now, which is crazy because I did it at the beginning. But now that big time difference between 2016 and 2023, it's just, I'm like, wow, no, I love this show. And it's crazy, like the Earpers are still going strong even after the last episode aired, but 2021, and about to get a movie out of it. It's amazing.
Power of Earpers.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what side characters on. I do want to see Bobo. I know he's dead technically, but this is Wynonna Earp. Like, who knows what could happen and who could come out of nowhere. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to start rewatching the show. Probably as soon as tonight if I can't go to sleep for some reason. But I'm just really excited. I'm hopefully gonna go to one of the conventions this year. So
Awesome.
Yeah, this should be great with the 2 cons that are planned now, having this information, not knowing yet when it's going to air, obviously, but just the fact it's coming is just going to create some even additional awesome energy there.
oh yeah, definitely. Because they're having the Earth Division Expo is going to be where exactly?
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Okay. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. I did get a little bit emotional, like about 15 minutes before I came onto the join the hangout, because I remember after every episode it was the whiskey and donuts hangout, and we're all just like, oh my god! And I'm definitely with whoever said that I hope the movie airs on Friday. Because I'm like, how the hell are we supposed to sleep after we watch it? So I could barely get any work done today after the announcement.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight.
Right, exactly.
I could
exactly.
not. It was the worst. I could not do. I couldn't do my order. I couldn't do anything today. It was so bad.
Same. I had all these plans
refresh,
to be productive
refresh.
today, and then I get this news at 11 a.m. of be back at 2 p.m. and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not getting anything done between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. And then I'm not getting anything done after 2 p.m. You know, so.
The whole list
I guess here it was 1 p.m. But yeah,
got done. It's just like, well, guess I'm Earping today all day. Not mad about it.
No,
I've
not
missed
about
it so much. It's not like I don't keep in touch with people, but to see the timeline come alive again on Twitter was something I didn't expect that I would be so excited about. It was just fabulous. And like the memes and just the little things that people were doing, and it's like, oh, good old times.
Yeah, you don't really realize how much you miss it until it was back. It was like, oh, that's a good feeling.
It's crazy because one of my friends on Twitter, I follow her from we know each other from a totally different fandom. It's like wrestling. And I was confused because I've seen like a bunch of Wynonna Earp content coming from her. And like I like, whoa, my dude, you watch Wynonna Earp? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, bro. That's crazy. How did I've known you for a while, I did not know this. So it's small Earper fandom, and definitely it like y'all said, the timeline just came alive. That's how I found out that she watches Wynonna Earp, was from the news today. So everybody's really excited about it. It's buzzing. It's definitely buzzing.
Oh yeah, it's the feel today I haven't felt in years, in terms of not just the volume, but the energy level because of this. You know, it's one thing to appreciate it and enjoy it, and we all do, and it's still great. But when it's this fresh content and people just sharing their excitement for it, that's what makes it very special.
Emily's so funny in Columbus. Me and Amy were at her table, and she was like, she couldn't obviously say anything, but she was dropping these little hints like the whole week. And one of the things she was like, do you think people will still like show up if something were to happen? And I was like, pretty sure. I think that's gonna be a problem. She's like, I'm like worried nobody's gonna be there if we announce something or whatever. And I was just like, Emily, even if they're gone, the whole of all of us are gonna come back. Even if they've left Earp Twitter, like everybody will flock back if you say something.
Yeah, I saw people on the timeline today that I haven't seen on Twitter in months, but get big news like this and everybody's back. It was very cool.
There's one thing Earpers know how to do, it show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything to worry about, Emily. I think you're good. But also, what are we talking about? Tell me now. Thank you. She said something, and then Tim dropped something because I asked him. I was like, hey, Tim, I want to do a new drawing for the next convention you're at so you can sign it. what do you want to see? And he's like, well, hold that thought. And wait months. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? What does that mean? He's like,
Yeah.
just wait. I was like, okay, Tim.
I'm excited.
All week.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like something is coming.
I'm excited for all the behind the scenes footage we're going to be getting. That's always my favorite part. Well, most of my favorite part of new episodes is seeing the behind the scenes footage and just the cast. The cast are such amazing people. I've only met them once. I think the last time I went to a convention was Dragon Con 2017, and everybody from Wynonna Earp was there. And they're such great people. And I'm so excited for them again to be able to bring the characters back and get back into Wynonna Earp. I'm excited.
Yes, Heidi. Death by wardrobe.
I think it's going to be a winter wardrobe, Heidi.
Heidi's in the waiting room, is she? I will disappear so you can bring her on.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
Yeah,
great to have you on, Jen.
Good to go too whenever.
It was
you
so
wanna
good to
get
see
more
you.
people
Thank
in.
you so much for doing this, and I can't wait to
Bye,
connect
my
with everybody
lovely.
again.
Yes,
Bye,
yes, yes.
I love you.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Heidi, you gotta take your post-it note off.
Hey, you awesome nerds.
Post-it note.
Hello, hello.
I've missed this so much.
I do.
And I have to put out, mentioning that, I have to put out a thank you. There was so many wonderful tweets when I said, how about doing a whiskey and donuts for folks just like that? We just miss being able to see everybody and shoot the shit and just talk about stuff off the cuff. So
this is like old friends that you haven't seen in a while. Like
Don't
we
call
all
me
go on
old.
with our lives, we all have stuff that we have to do, and then something happens and we all come back like time hasn't passed at all.
Yeah.
I love you too, Jen.
Yeah, it's like homecoming, right? It's like
it is.
Everyone comes back in town, sleeps in their parents' guest rooms, go out to the pub, and you see all the people you went to school with.
I look forward to seeing everybody's faces and new faces at con season this summer and fall. It's going to be exciting again. We'll have new stuff to talk about.
Yeah, that's
What?
talking about the atmosphere. You know what this is a little like for me today is when we would go between seasons, when the show was renewed, very high energy, lots of tweeting, and then naturally things would drop off during hiatus. And then once they started to get back in Calgary and, little tidbits were coming, that ramp up is what it is. This is kicking off that ramp up now to all those speculations, and people who maybe weren't as active will get a little more active and, start to have some fun with it.
Yeah, and we don't know how long we're ramping up for either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It could be months. It could be, who knows?
Yep. That's where I'm hoping we get a good amount of lead time. One of the things a lot of the streaming services don't seem to do is give you a lot of advance notice of when a show is coming. So I'm hoping that we do, just for the fun of it, like we talked about a little earlier, having some countdowns and having some planning stuff and, some speculation discussions specific to wardrobe or characters or plot or whatever it might be, once we've got a timeline to work towards, we tend to really, as a group, do a really good job of hitting all the high points.
I don't know if we talked about this, but sorry.
Go ahead, Heidi.
Missed it, but I saw that Andrea Higgins is a part of this.
Yes.
Oh, did you? I was hoping she was.
I haven't
but I
seen
didn't
an
know for
official.
sure.
Did you see an official?
I did. I believe it was on Instagram or something.
Excellent.
I'm glad to hear it.
So that made me very excited. And as I said already, I'm looking forward by the annual Death by Wardrobe. You said it's winter, but as we all know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they wear all sorts of stuff in the winter.
They dress for summer, even in winter.
I was just going to say, I'm glad that with Josh being involved in this and like the experience he already has with Earp and Earpers. Like I hope that will kind of play into him working with Emily and knowing like how much extra time to give us. And like, I mean, I don't feel like we're gonna get shorted in by any means with the the crew that's involved.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you're right. That's right on the point there, Jen. I completely agree.
Yeah, it was so great to see. I had no idea where Josh landed after all the things that took place. So it was good to see he's found a home at Tubi, and we have too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
out of all the places.
I'm going to bow out, you guys. The puppy needs to go outside, so.
Well, it's great to see you again, Shanti. Thank you.
Definitely. I'm trying to be a lot more active in the fandom, so I have a lot more time on my hands. So
You do you. We're all here.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
I was saying to some friends earlier that it just felt earlier today. It felt like kind of the pandemic times when we were all stuck in quarantine and everybody was just sitting around and we were just tweeting like crazy all the time at all these hours where we were supposed to be working. That's what it felt like today.
I'm sneaking it in. I'm like, I can't keep up.
No, like, yeah, my feed was just flying.
That's a wonderful thing to see again. Yep.
Love it.
Right.
How are
Bye,
you drinking
folks.
beer with olives?
Oh, all right.
Okay, I'll still be in
Thanks
the
for
chat,
stopping
but-
in. All right.
Bye, Brad and Eva.
Okay, thanks for coming on.
I ate the olives.
You did. Good job.
But they were in there. For those that don't know, beer with olives is very good. I think you should try it. Like a cheap light beer. Like, don't put it in your Guinness or anything, but it's a very upper Midwest thing.
There we go. We're learning all the tricks.
And you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly. I was talking about it at brunch last weekend. We were talking about it.
Perfect.
So it's amazing how many different Earpers come up in conversation, just like out with friends, like everyone, my network went from this to like during the time when we were supposed to be the least social of all times for me. My network went from this to like this in a short amount of time. So there's always a good chunk of people I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All good. Earpers, man, built different.
I apologize if you've already covered this. I'm assuming that there's podcasts in the works now. You have some new stuff to talk about.
I think I've seen all the Earp podcasts that I know tweeted at some point today. Time to get back into production. so I do believe
Just
so.
off
Yes.
the mic.
Yep.
My ear holes will be very excited.
Yeah. Earpers wanting to talk and speculate and see what we can go with. Yeah.
Yeah, at least for a minute until we get some like trailers dropping and stuff like that. And then obviously like we have to change how we do things. Like we're gonna podcast about a 90-minute episode instead of a one, a whole series of shows. We're gonna do like a movie.
Is Tubi a streamer that forces ads in there? Do we know?
It's
So,
an ad-based
is it going to
service.
be one of those things where the ad will pop up right in the middle of some dialogue or something, and then it will happen for some people and not for others? That'll be really
I don't know if
interesting with streaming.
My experience in
Live
watching
streaming.
movies and things on there, to their credit, the ads have been minimal and also not obnoxious, meaning they don't cut dialogue. They've usually been at scene breaks or something like that. But I haven't watched any myself. I haven't watched any of the Tubi originals. They might do it a little different than some of the other older series or movies that I've watched on there.
Yeah, I feel like I watched either Xena or Buffy on Tubi, and it was just like a few ads here or there, but that wasn't like a movie. Those were just episodes. But whatever it takes, man.
Yeah. I mean, the Tubi model, unlike some of the other streaming services, for those who don't know, I mean, since it's free, they make their money on the ads. So add, more Earper eyes watching it means more ad dollars, means more chance of us getting more Earp content. So it's very straight line, I think. In
Yeah,
that
because
sense
there's no subscription. Like, you don't pay for a subscription.
No.
Well, again, sorry, I missed it earlier if you'd already covered this. The part that I was wondering, is this going to be a video on demand situation, or is this going to be something that is streamed?
Right, like
wasn't the Tim movie a video on demand situation?
I don't really think we have those answers yet. I mean,
I think we're waiting to see how they're going to do it.
Sorry, go ahead. What?
No, you're right. I'm just, agreeing with you, Jen. We're going to have to wait to see how they want to do this release.
Again, going back to like Josh being involved and Emily, I mean, like, they know how Earpers work, and I'm sure they're going to figure out something. But even if it is like a video on demand, I mean, we'll figure it out. Like, and then if there is ads, it's like commercials. I mean, we work with commercials, so there's not really much of a difference. As long as they don't, they do it at the appropriate times and not like in the middle of a way hot kiss. That would be annoying.
The outrage. We love Tubi today, but if that happens, we'll all be like,
an ad in the middle of a way hot kiss. Go for it. Twitter will be gone.
Oh, that would be calamitous.
Well, I think it's like we said, knowing that Josh is there, I think we get a much better shot at all of this falling in place properly.
Yeah.
But that's, to me, small potatoes beyond the fact we got it and it's coming. And,
definitely.
So
these are just my brain just popping to all,
Oh, I know. It's instinct.
Questions.
Yep, it's instinct. I had a couple of people today talking about how they dropped cable TV and they were, they're going to have to get sci-fi again and all that. So, it's going to take a while for it to settle in, for everybody to understand what the approach is going to be, which is fine. That's, all part of the current TV world here.
I just got Netflix again. I kind of cycled through my streamers so I could watch the new shows that come in. And so it's been kind of fun. I've started a Earp rewatch, actually. So that's been perfect timing, I guess.
And I've been very pleasantly surprised with the fact that Earp has stayed on Netflix as long as it has.
Yeah.
With other shows coming and going, it's been nice to always have it there at our fingertips too.
That's the only show still keeping me on Netflix. And I own all of the episodes. Like, I bought them all on iTunes, but it's just very annoying with like the behind the scenes stuff that they're not like in order, because you have all the extras on their like
numbering sequence. Yeah.
So I like to watch it on Netflix, but I don't like any of the other content on Netflix. But as long as Earp's there, I'll keep paying them. Which is terrible because it's so expensive for just one show, but it's a really good show.
Is it? I've never. Tell me about it.
I think you're not going to get any arguments here, Jen, at all.
Never heard.
I know.
It's a really good show.
News to me.
Real good. Real spicy.
Braun.
Ron's
Hey,
here.
great to see
Ron,
you
remember you
here.
have to tell what time it is there.
Yes, that's what we're trying to do for all of our folks outside the U.S.
It's morning, right?
Is it the same as London or the UK?
No, she's in New Zealand or Australia.
I know, but are they?
It's got to be morning.
I mean, I could just Google it. Let me see.
Aren't they like 17 hours ahead of us? And some ridiculous number.
Well, Braun lives in the future, so Braun, tell us all about the movie.
Yeah. It's already airing there.
It's already aired where Braun.
What time is it in New Zealand? It's tomorrow, 3:35 p.m. So Braun is in the future, plus 21 hours.
Are you gonna go see Taylor Swift, Braun?
So many questions.
We can talk about so many things besides Earp. We're a broad spectrum people.
We got it coming and going. There's no doubt there.
We wear all the hats. We have this is a multi-interest
It's
fandom.
very diverse fandom. I don't know where anything is, clearly.
My favorite thing about it.
Is it Emily's birthday? Not yet. Well, I guess in some
At
places
least not
it's
in the
Emily's
US and
birthday.
Canada,
Did I
no.
see that it was tomorrow? Her birthday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In New Zealand?
Those who don't know, tomorrow
Well,
is
in New
Emily's
Zealand, it's Emily's birthday.
Yeah, it's only 10 in Toronto. So we got time.
Well, we'll have to send her our flowers for sure tomorrow.
Oh,
right?
we gotta. We definitely got to talk it up.
Oh my god.
No
The
doubt.
way, like, I don't know if any Earpers are in like the way I see it, but part of me is like, I hate that we're all still on X, Twitter, whatever the heck it's called now, but
Heidi, we can't be referring to
still
it.
the best way to communicate some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the best way to do live tweets, or I mean, we've tried all the other things and here we are.
You just didn't feel. I know.
We're still here.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, there hasn't been a killer replacement yet. I mean, I know folks have tried many of them.
Threads is fun because they have all the brand accounts and they have celebrities. But it's not a place where a ton of people are. I've liked Threads a lot. I tried the Blue Sky thing. That just doesn't seem to have a lot of traction really from our community anyway.
Blue Sky just opened up, so it's no longer invite only. So you might see
that's true. That's nice.
some more traction there now. But
did it? I couldn't give mine away. I was like, everyone I knew already had them.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem with Blue Sky is you can't do GIFs or videos or anything
GIFs, videos. They don't do hashtags.
Yeah, that's a huge thing for us. So, it's hard to like tweet just words or like a picture. I mean, every once in a while.
Well, as I said, there's not.
I was so wrong, Braun. It's night or it's the afternoon. Oh gosh.
All right, I'm gonna bow out, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Jen, thanks for being here.
With you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, there's something really fun about GIFs and putting clips and videos and I know it's probably a server suck. It takes a lot of space up, but GIFs that's just one of the many things that keeps a fandom alive. Yes, the content is obviously what keeps us going, but nothing beats, memes.
Says the meme and GIF master.
And GIFs, and it's just hilarity, and it's that thing that kind of keeps you going, and because it can just live out. I mean, look at us today. Even we're still just pulling out all the stuff from. It never dies.
We've been waiting for this moment.
I've been waiting.
I know
My
exactly what
triumphant
meme
return.
I'm gonna pull out. This is my Super Bowl.
Oh God, isn't it though?
It is. We certainly made it ours for sure.
Made for this.
But we are adaptable. We are adaptable.
Still in a little disbelief overall.
Right? How good did that feel though today, man?
Oh man.
Feel great.
I know.
But, you know,
Pretty
there was
special.
that little incident that happened earlier on where some news was trickled out, and I was like, well, I don't know how we'll really feel it in the moment when Emily announces it, right?
Oh yeah,
Right.
it's got to come from
We're
her.
like la 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 la.
I know.
Emily.
It's like, I didn't
Like,
see it.
we're
I didn't see
peeking
it.
through our we're just squinting our eye, pretending we're not looking, but we're like plugging our ears until
I
Emily
know.
actually says it. Like, don't steal her thunder. Like when she says it,
Mhm.
then we hurrah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yep.
it definitely feels real today.
Yeah.
Very.
Like I could go out and lift a car or something.
I know.
I just had a Diet Coke or something, and now it's like, "Ugh."
I know. Earlier I was like, my adrenaline is coursing through my body. It's like,
I
I'm a little
literally
nauseous.
sat at the computer and just started and didn't move, and all of a sudden I was looking at my watch and I thought, holy crap, I gotta go make dinner. Where did the past 5 hours go? Oh god.
I know. Think of how productive we've been with Earp off the air.
Yeah.
Gonna see a drop in
I've read
national
so
productivity.
many books.
I know.
There goes my book reading down the hill. How am I going to read over 100 books?
Yeah. All efficiency today.
Down the drain.
Exactly.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's Thursday. It might as well be Saturday. Like, good
Right?
luck with anything
Own the rest of the
tomorrow.
weekend.
All I can say is for me, I was lucky. I had literally just finished lunch, so I knew I could sit for hours and not have to starve myself. So the timing was good for me anyway.
Keep some power bars nearby.
Well, that's the kind of stuff when we used to do the hangouts and the podcasts and the rewatches, and I got very good at snacking to pace myself. You know, you had no choice to make it all go. I mean, that was it.
How am I going to explain this to book club on Monday? I couldn't read the book. I didn't finish the book because I was tweeting things. Sorry about that.
Oh my god.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to. Well, I mean, this is just fodder and food for all our favorite fic authors, and they'll have some new stuff to be inspired by, and I'm just excited for us all. This is a pretty fantastic day. I'm happy for all of us.
Yeah.
So grateful.
Today.
So grateful.
Today was a good day.
Like I said too,
I won't keep you because
that's okay. That's okay. We're
Actually
about to
leave.
wrap up. It's been a good couple of hours tonight.
But I love you guys. I love Earpers, and I'll
Yeah.
see you online.
Love you
if
too,
not
yes.
sooner than later.
All right. You take care of yourself.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Well,
Is it
I
just
think,
us?
yep, just wrap it up for tonight. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who came in at some point tonight or still here or just got here or whatever. This is what we love about Earp is everybody coming together. So it's been wonderful, wonderful. And as we said a little earlier, very excited to see that many of the Earp podcasts, including some present company, we're going to be getting back into the podcasting on a more regular basis, or at least more content in the coming weeks or months as we get some details. So going to be great to be talking about it and, covering stuff on social media. So again, a big thank you. Thank you, Anne, for being here.
Thank you for having
on
me.
video. And all of you that are here in the chat or were here earlier, like I said, it is just wonderful to see such a special community. Can't wait to get lots of conversations going.
So much fun.
So much fun. So it
You
is.
always say to me, like, look around. Is there anywhere else you'd rather be? You're so good about trying to keep me in the present moment and just enjoying things as they come. And it's a good day.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yep. Like I said, definitely
Really good day.
remember this feeling today, folks. The universe isn't always so kind. So it's great to have this and all of you. So we will be doing more Hangouts for sure. We'll try to schedule some. Certainly, I'll look at doing some weekend afternoons or something to make these more, friendly for the international folks who are dealing with time zone differences. So we'll take a look at that as we talk about some things. So keep being your awesome selves, folks. Keep talking up the show. Be sure to be using the hashtag Tubi. Let's let them know how awesome we are whenever you're tweeting about the show now. So we make them want to do more content for us as time comes on. So thank you all. I will say good night. Thank you again, Ann, and everyone else who jumped on video tonight. All of you that were here just made it more fun. So
bye, everyone.
Have a good night, all.
Congratulations on a job well done.
Yeah. Take credit, folks.
Bye.
You were all part of this. Hope you all have a
Bye,
good night.
Kevin.
Good night.
See you
We will see
later.
you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.